Hello and welcome to All Saints Catholic School Sixth Form Subject Information Presentation. Today we're going to have a look at the subject of geography. So we follow the AQA A-Level Geography specification, and it's comprised of three main components. Component 1 is physical geography, which is worth 40% of the overall A-Level. Component 2 is human geography, again worth 40%. And then finally, we've got component 3, which is called the non-examined assessment, which is a little bit like what we had in the past called coursework, which is worth 20%. So, what do we have a look at in each of those components? Within physical geography, we study three different topics. They are water and carbon cycles, hazards, so for example earthquakes and volcanoes, and hot desert systems. Water and carbon cycles is another interesting one. It's looking at really the existence of all life on planet Earth, thinking about how the water cycle works and the different parts that go into it, and also one that you won't have studied at GCSE, which is the carbon cycles. This looks at the natural flow of carbon around our planet and also how humans have over time changed it, so for example through the burning of fossil fuels. The human geography components are comprised of global systems and governance, so looking at organisations such as the United Nations and how they try to combat issues such as climate change. Changing places, which looks at how different areas around the world, so for example places like Dagenham, have changed over time. And then finally we also look at population and the environment. Looking at issues such as how many people can live on the planet and what will happen to the resources, especially those non-renewables, over time. In terms of assessment, we've got three main components. We've got physical geography exam, which is a 2 hour 30-minute one, which is worth 40%. Component 2, human geography, again like I said earlier, worth 40%, which is another 2.5 hour exam. And then finally we've got the non-examined assessment, which is a write-up by every student, which needs to be between 3,000 to 4,000 words, and that's worth that 20%. Now with the NEA, it's your choice of subject area. You'll be supported with that, but it's basically like an independent study. As well as the overall assessments, every half term you'll have a whole range of different assessments as well, just to help you along, as well as practice questions and lessons to help to support your development of your exam technique and bridge that gap between GCSE and A-Level. What are lessons like? Well, lessons are focused on developing deep subject knowledge. So we focus on, key vocabulary, developing a really good understanding and being able to explain key ideas in geography as effectively as possible. There's real emphasis on interaction and engagement. So it's almost like a student-led approach in some ways. The idea is that you guys can come to the lessons, you've done the work ready, so that then you can get as involved as possible. And we always try and use lots of research by ourselves and also you guys, and the use of real-world examples. What do students say? Well, one of the key things that a lot of students talk about is the fact they like learning about a huge range of different places around the world. We try to use lots and lots of different examples, a lot more than that at GCSE. And one of the other key things is that, especially when students are writing their UCAS applications, often they keep coming back to their geography course and talking about the different skills that they have developed and how they can show they've done that through their geography work. So future pathways, well, the great thing about geography is it connects with a huge range of different professions. So if you were going to study geography at A-Level, if you want to take it further at degree, fantastic. There's lots of jobs that link with that. But also just having geography at A-Level is fantastic in terms of helping you in future employment. It goes really well with the sciences and other humanities subjects as well, if you're thinking about doing other subjects like, for example, politics, or if you're looking at going down the science route. And as I've already mentioned, it really does provide those skills that universities are looking for in their UCAS applications, like for example being able to conduct research. So if you're interested in A-level geography, then you can have a further look at the A-level geography specification if you just put that into Google. You can also have a look at some of the different geophiles and geoactive fact sheets that are out there to give you an idea of what some of the reading that we do at A-level geography, and of course keeping up to date about what's happening around the world and showing a real interest is kind of key really to success with this. So if you've got any questions and you're interested and you want to talk a bit more about it, please drop me an email. My email's at the bottom there, spage@allsaintschool.co.uk. Thanks for your time.